All right, Fox News alert. This is breaking right now. We can confirm now 2 National Guard troops have been shot in Washington near the White House, is what we are told. We do not know about their conditions at this time. We are just starting to get brand new details, but we can confirm 2 military personnel have been shot near the White House. Paul Mauro is joining us by phone. He's a retired NYPD inspector. Paul, we're just starting to get details here. What can you add to what we've learned so far?
Well, obviously it's very sketchy at this point, but your mind has to go to the fact that, of course, the National Guard has been deployed as an anti-crime measure in Washington.
Right.
So while normally we would think of the White House as being, okay, maybe they were securing the White House, that's not really what they do. The National Guard doesn't really have that as a primary role. You have the Capitol Police and Secret Service and other elements there. Can the National Guard be involved? Sure. But where my mind goes right now is the fact that they've been out there using their omnipresence as a deterrent. I keep making this point on the air. A lot of people misunderstand the role of the National Guard in this counter-crime stuff. They're not there to answer 911 calls, to boom doors, to get cats out of trees. Their thing is to stand there, and be present,
look tough,
be a deterrent. They look very impressive in the uniforms. We have them here in New York and have since 9/11. Something else that, people miss.
Subways.
We've had them for 25 years here in our transportation hubs. But all you can think right now is, just thinking logically, is this sounds like, at this point, you have to consider, is this something relative to the crime deployment that we know is going on in Washington?
Well, yes, I think by default, because if they weren't there specifically, then they would not have been, injured in the way that they were injured, at least, right? I think that's just a reality here. I have been saying kind of since the beginning of all these deployments of the National Guard, I do think that you should probably unshackle them a little bit. Yes, I'm fully aware that they are not specifically by default trained to kind of involve themselves in this exact type of scenario, right? But they do absolutely look tough and I think they have the ability to fire at things if it's needed here. Them basically being a statue, I'm not sure that specifically is actually beneficial, let's say. I think there needs to be a little bit more. Truth be told here, guys, I think that they need to have more of an actual task, more so than just standing there. And the fact that they were basically targeted, is also equally as frustrating, because again, if they're just standing there looking tough, you're targeting them for a political, most likely a motivation here, guys.
Yeah, Paul, to orient our viewers a little bit, so you're looking live at a shot of the White House, but the incident, this shooting apparently occurred at 17th and I Street, which is about 2 or 3 blocks away from the White House. It's right by Lafayette Park and the Farragut Metro. One of the deployments, tactics of the National Guard was to put them around these downtown metro stop areas. And so you would normally on any given day see a few Guard troops in these areas. But this location, I'm wondering if you make anything about the fact that this is one of the central areas in downtown, just blocks from the White House.
Well, Griff, I think you make a very good point. That has been one of the sort of salient locations in all of this, going back, in fact, to the riot that we had there around the monument and all of that. So it's quite conceivable that if somebody is trying, again, we're just speculating now, but if somebody is trying to send a message, you'd have to think that that would be a place that has particular significance. But either way, I was just down in D.C., to testify to Congress, actually, and you see them around, and I passed 2 of them 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning, very late at night, and there they are walking along the street, just again their omnipresence, their eyes and ears, and they were just walking by me, and I made sure to say hello to them and let them know they were appreciated. But the point is that they're just out there as eyes and ears. And the fact that they are out there just that way, unfortunately, you have to recognize, because their presence is somewhat passive, it makes them potential targets.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just figured out.
That, both of them are okay,
right there.
Because it's a brave thing to be standing out there and to be told you're here just to be seen.
And they're starting to realize they can't do anything.
People might wish you ill intent can't see you and can take action.
So, I mean, as far as what we know right now, this is coming from Jen Griffin and Bill Mears. Two sources are confirming that that 2 National Guard members were shot in Washington, D.C. This was about a mile from the White House. The conditions of those 2 guardsmen are not known, and the whereabouts of the alleged shooter are not known.
Wow.
So, I
okay.
mean, Paul, you have to imagine that there is a massive investigation already underway, and search is on.
There should be a huge.
Absolutely. I can't work the phone.
Hold
right
on,
now
guys.
I'm on air, but
right.
I'm getting some texts in here. Look,
Okay.
let's just put it that way. There's video.
I got some new
everywhere
information.
in Washington. They're going to roll these guys up. They're probably all over them already. You got to imagine there's a mad scramble on. One of the things I would just say now is this is important.
Okay.
Somebody has to take charge.
We're starting to get a whole lot more information. The story is going to pick up coverage here after a break. Kristi Noem is confirming DHS is working with local law enforcement to gather more information. She is confirming 2 National Guardsmen were shot moments ago in Washington, D.C.
Okay, guys, hold on. Let's go ahead and stop that. What is all of this? Here we go. Like, this is kind of like, it kind of makes sense, bro. But like it makes a lot of sense why they would actually be targeted, like specifically at least. Because if everyone basically knows that they're just there to basically be a statue, and the person and like the actual criminals are just like, listen, I don't like it. I don't like them at all. I don't like Trump. I don't like the presence of these guys here, making me feel like I can't do my criminal activities. I'm gonna go ahead and do something, right? Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it here. And this is why I'm saying it kind of makes sense. So like towards the end of the video itself, I mean, even the guy that was talking on the phone kind of confirmed the facts here. Guys, unshackle the National Guard. All right. Listen, I'm fully aware, military on American soil, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But I'm trying to talking in some of these areas are completely irrelevant. They need action. They need actionable things here, guys. Okay. In some of these super hyper, ghettoized, troublesome areas, they need actual action, guys. Right? Telling you immediately. Here's the thing. So some quick research here. Apparently the guy is in custody here. So I'm sure we'll start to like understand a little bit more kind of as the story basically progresses here. So we'll definitely follow that until we actually get more information. The thought process that you'd actually have to go through to be like, hey, listen, these soldiers are here. Let's go ahead and take shots at them. Oh, wow. Knowing that they're not really going to shoot back, or they can't kind of shoot back because they were told not to, right, is wild to me. I mean, I kind of agree for the most part when it comes to that. I don't think that there should be any leniency showed to someone who does this here, similar to when people take shots at police officers, guys, right? I mean, again, I think this should probably be worse. Listen, I would personally arrest the whole family. You got babies in your house, jail. Everyone goes to jail. I can't make those absolute decisions. I would literally arrest the person's mother and father. You raised this thing, this absolute monster. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.